partners.
Welcome home, Barnabas Collins.
I've been obsessed with vampires my whole life. I remember early on seeing a vampire movie and this woman being bit in the neck and this look of ecstasy on her face. And it was so erotic. There's just something, I know.
What on earth are you talking about?
Vampires are always sexy.
One of the sexiest, perhaps, Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows.
So be it.
To get her gig, Michelle had to call an old friend, director Tim Burton.
What does it take for Michelle Pfeiffer to call somebody up and go, I want to do this?
A lot.
Yeah, what
In
a
fact,
lot about this.
I never do that.
Michelle and Tim last worked together in 1992's Batman Returns. Michelle's role?
I am Catwoman.
A role to be assumed later this year in The Dark Knight Rises by Anne Hathaway.
They just saw Anne in London.
How was the cat suit for Anne? How did she like that? I'm curious.
Meow.
Was it on, she wasn't in love with it?
No.
Yeah.
I sense you weren't either.
No, I mean, it looked great, but it was pretty uncomfortable.
It must have been because Michelle was complaining to us about that costume 20 years ago.
My boots weren't right. I kept tilting forward and my mask was smashing my face and I couldn't hear and I couldn't really breathe in the corset.
In fact, we have been following Michelle's career for so long, our first interview with her was 30 years ago. January 1982, our first shoot with her, a visit to Rydell High School. On the set of Grease 2, Michelle was just hoping to parlay the gig into some good roles.
Hopefully, some of the kinds of movies I would like to do will be more available to me. But, you know, that's just kind of waiting and seeing.
She didn't have to wait long. Just a year after the film's premiere, which she attended with then-husband Peter Horton,
It's pretty exciting.
she was starring as Al Pacino's trophy wife in Scarface.
That's all I ever hear in this house.
She was also soon sitting with Cher and Susan Sarandon talking about their movie with Jack Nicholson, The Witches of Eastwick.
We bonded together and it was all four of us, including Jack.
For the 1988 period piece Dangerous Liaisons, Michelle got her first Oscar nomination.
Can't you accept it?
Another Oscar nomination for The Fabulous Baker Boys came a year later.
Think what a year can bring.
For that same role came a Golden Globe win.
Yes, I'm a little numb. It's very exciting, though.
Now Michelle could go nowhere without being recognized.
It was not just now and then with it. It was sort of like everywhere I went.
That was never more apparent than the 1992 Batman Returns premiere attended with boyfriend Fisher Stevens.
How does it feel to be here tonight with all those people screaming for you?
It's very exciting.
Also attending, Arnold and Maria and Batman Michael Keaton with girlfriend Courtney Cox. We were also on the 1996 set of Michelle's One Fine Day, co-starring an awestruck George Clooney.
Did you feel intimidated working with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes. Anytime you're working with someone that you are a big fan of, it's always a little nerve-wracking.
Even though Pfeiffer was by then married to her current husband, David E. Kelly, the tabloids were dying to hook her up with Clooney.
They had us dining every evening, and I was in Los Angeles, and he was in New York. I wasn't even in the same city.
Of course, all these movies are available on DVD.
Oh, shiny.
Including 07's Hairspray, where Michelle's look had her family freaked out.
They were afraid. Not David, because, but my kids, when you see just bits of it, they were sort of like, what are you doing over that Mom?
Of course, Michelle jumps from the 50s right into the 70s in Dark Shadows.
What do you remember about the 70s?
The 70s, I love the 70s. I was in high school. I mean, it's just such a mixed bag, because the clothes are fabulous and some of them are hideous.
These days, that's a desperately rare combination.